Okay. Hello? Is YouTube working now? Is YouTube working now? Are we live on the YouTubes? YouTubes, can we get some funny little hearts or something in the chats so we can figure out if YouTube is working? I think I reconnected it properly. God, I'm gone for almost a month and this always. Hello. I also don't have toggles. It's working. Yay, it's working. Yes, it's working. Yay! Finally. Dude, I was trying so hard. I was putting in maximum effort. So, sadly, I don't have pictures for y'all to show for the thing. I never got around to uploading them properly onto my computer and then editing everything. So we're just gonna talk about it here. Welcome back from your trip. Hello, hi everybody, hello. Hey, I'm so happy. Why is it only showing? It is only showing Twitch chat and not YouTube chat. Why does it do this? I know I hold on. Let me look. I'm gonna go argue with Streamlabs for a bit. Hey, Streamlabs. Why? Why are you doing this? I know you should be able to have both of them. You should be able to have both of them. So why do you not? A lot of funny things happen, so we can talk about that a lot. Okay, I need to move. YouTube chat's getting shortened, so I can fit YouTube chat up there. And then, what is the last thing? I'll just keep the Discord open. I'll keep the Discord opened, so we can easily. Actually, I'm gonna open it to the welcome, so that way I can see when new people join, and if I need to give them premonitions. I think it's always only showed Twitch on the VOD. Really? Am I just oopid? Am I omega dumb? My omega dumb, omega lols? Have I been doing okay, you know what? We're just gonna in fact, I'm sorry, but until we have that figured out, no chats on screen. No chats on screen. We'll still have latest YouTube and Twitch follower on stream, but we'll just be me. It'll just be me. I'm the only thing you have to worry about and look at right now. But yeah, hello. Sorry if I'm turning my head and losing my tracking. It's because you guys are on what I have now. A third monitor. So yes, I got little updates. First of all, we do have a small little hardware update. I have another monitor. A family member was getting rid of the monitor, and they were like, "We're just gonna pitch it. So if you want it," and I was like, "Yes. I'm gonna be a little dumpster diver. I'm gonna take it. And I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna be very funny. It's gonna be very fun. It's mine now. This is now my monitor. So now I have three. I have three monitors. I have one that has my OBS right now, one that gonna have my chat, and one that's gonna have my gameplay on it. I'm looking at my gameplay monitor right now, so if you see my head like moving, that's why. There's gameplay is the one that's farthest to the left. Center monitor is gonna be for you guys, for chat, and for OBS. And then the farthest away is gonna be other thing. Third monitor, like, is now a real gamer. I've always been a real gamer. I've had lots of monitors. I also got one of my old retro monitors back from my parents, and I was very happy. That one's going in my bedroom, though, because I'm going to hook it up to a DVD player so I can watch my movies. That's part of the reason why, I will say, that's part of the reason why I wasn't back sooner. But we'll get into that. So that's the family things. Actually, where should we start? We'll start with the actual trip. We'll start from the beginning with the actual trip. So, I went on a trip to Canada to visit my lovely fiance and good friends, and I had so much fun. I have so many funny stories that we can talk about. Dude, I walked more on that trip than I walked in the past year. We'll start with that. My leggies are... They don't like me. Leggies do not like me. I also just realized I did not loop the music. Oops. We'll loop so we have some comfy music going on. Let's go. All right. So we got that. I did a lot of walking. Did a lot of fun. I have lots of stories. And we're gonna start, we'll start with the stories. We'll start with some of the stories. So we'll start with the story of the way up. So I think I talked about this before I left, but I did a really funny little route when I was trying to get up and down from the Canadas. So what we did to save on money was that we, I say we, I was the only one that went. But I made the drive up there with Crazy Grandma Cream. Crazy Grandma Cream offered to drive me up to the Niagara point. So we drove up to Niagara from where we were. We got up super early in the morning. I got my bag and everything, and we went over. So if you're not American, we go by miles per hour, and each of the highways technically has a speed limit. It ranges typically anywhere between 55 to 75 miles per hour on highways. Crazy Grandma Cream was going 80 down the highway again. Oh, I love her, but she's so silly. We might have broken some speeding laws in some places, but that's fine. But yeah, she was driving fast. So I got there actually before time, but it was perfect because the friends I was meeting were there before time as well. So she drove me up to the American side, and I was able to cross on foot. So I took my big old suitcase, my big suitcase. Note, I have the biggest suitcase that you can bring on a Greyhound. It's 55 inches, lengthwise, I believe, or height-wise. I don't know how you measure suitcases, but I have a big suitcase. So I packed up the suitcase. Montana has 90 mile per hour speed limit. Damn, you guys are wilding out in Montana. To be fair, though, we were driving through a lot of metropolitan areas, in between forests, cornfields, and metropolitan areas. But yeah, it was crazy. She was doing 80. It was very funny. I was able to walk across with my suitcase, which was very funny. Yeah. So I started walking across. I got my stuff out. I actually have some audio recordings from that. I was originally going to do audio logs, and then I stopped doing the audio logs because they were cumbersome to record. But yeah. So, Crazy Grandma Cream and We'll get there. We'll get to that part of the story later. It's a fun part of the story. But I went across by myself. I walked across the border. I get to the border office. They're like, hi there, what's the purpose of your trip? I told them, I got some funny looks. They're like, you don't drive. How are you gonna get back home once you get over? And I'm like, I have a ride picking me up. And they're like, oh, okay. And so, yeah. So, yeah. I was able to cross, and my friends were waiting for me legitimately on the other side. I could see them as I was lining up. I couldn't speak to them because they were through window. It was through windows. But I could see them as I was coming in, and I was so excited. I got into Canada. I gave my wife the biggest hug I think I've given her in the biggest hug of the trip. I almost started crying. It was fun. I gave all my friends hugs. We immediately had to stop and go to the restroom. because our good friend is a pisser. They piss. They do lots of pissing. But yeah, I crossed over. When I crossed over, it was really nice. It started raining later on in the day, but we were able to do avoiding it. Listen, I didn't say it was you. Sans with drip. Listen, that's what the drip comes from. You bitch. Fair. But no, it was really fun. Actually, bringing up Sans with Drip in the chat, on the Twitch side. Hi, Laika. Hello, Peppermint. Hi, Minties. But speaking of Sans with Drip in the Twitch chat, me, them, and Wifey and Carolyn did a fun thing. Like I crossed over the border and we started walking over to the thing, the fun thing. We ended up going on a tour behind the falls. It was a self-guided tour behind the falls. We got to go into these tunnels that were down there. We got to go basically to the base of the falls, which was really, really cool. It was so pretty. Dude, listen, you know how water is typically, people have water as blue? It looked really aqua-y, like really, really pretty. It was lake foam green, and it was really, really pretty. So we got down there, we got to see, it was very funny. It was so funny. And then we got to go just behind the falls, and it was really cool. And then we walked... Chat, you'll never guess what I finally got to do. A thing that I've been planning for over a year, and that I was so excited to do. And was like, oh my god, I was so excited to do it. Actually, before we get to what I was really excited to do, we also went to an arcade, which was really fun. We went to an arcade, and it was really fun. But the big thing, I finally got to go to a rainforest cafe. They let me in the rainforest cafe! We got to go to the rainforest cafe for the first time. I never got to go as a kid because my family was very much like, no, we're not sitting and having lunch or dinner at a place where there's animatronic gorillas gonna be screaming at us and thunderstorms. And I was so, like, I've always wanted to go to one. And we went to one. And it was mid. It was mid. Okay, so first of all, I knew we would be going to the best rainforest cafe. The location at Niagara Falls is the only independently owned one. So, we were very interested to go to the only independently owned one. And, like, they had beautiful fish tanks. They had other stuff. They had the prices in both Canadian and American, and as soon as my friends saw the prices, all but one of them was like, are you kidding me? This price? Why is it so expensive? And I'm saying, they're like, no, this is about how much you would usually pay when you eat out in America at a place like this. And our one friend, Mushroom just is like, yeah, I was expecting this. I was expecting it to be this price. I didn't end up paying the most, though. You're back? I am back! Hello, Strike! Hello! Welcome! I am back from trip, and I have stories, and, I'm just... Okay, I guess stories are worth telling them. So, I ended up... Yeah, I had fun at the Rainforest Cafe, but, I will probably never be at the Rainforest Cafe again. It's a thing you go to one time for the novelty of it, and I got a novelty glass. I actually got a novelty glass that's sitting in my liquor cabinet now. And it's got Cha-Cha the Tree Frog on a maple leaf. And I'm like, it's so cute. I'm so excited to drink my rum and cokes out of it. I could have made a rum and coke for the stream. Why did I not think of that? I could have drank it out of the cup. But yeah, I had lots of fun. And that was just the first day. Oh, actually, there is one more thing that happened the first day, which is I found out that I lost my Prester. So, for those of y'all who have never traveled in Ontario before, in Ontario, Canada, there is a very good transit system known as the GO lines. There's GO buses, GO trains, and a mix of others. I think they do like a few smaller things as well. But to use the Presto stuff, you have to have a Presto card that has money on it. So preemptively, I had one from the last time I visited, and Wifey ended up still having the account login information for it. and had loaded some money onto it. So that way when we got over, we didn't have to worry about going to a terminal, picking up a new one, all that kind of stuff. We thought I would be smart enough not to leave it at home. I didn't, when I got to there, I didn't have my Presto card, and I had a meltdown, actually. I was freaking out. I freaked out really, really bad about it. And Wifey and Sans, who are currently in the chat, had to go run to the other side of the bus station to get me a new Presto card. And they each ended up paying some money for it, which I'm very, very thankful for. It makes me so, so happy. It makes me so, so happy. So I was able to get home. I was able to get back to the apartment that my honey bunny and our friend is staying in, which was lovely. This can go into my next rant. I hate air mattresses. I hate air mattresses so much. They're so bad. They're so bad. It's better than sleeping on the floor, which is what Wifey usually does. But I had to sleep on an air mattress, and I was like, ugh. This was just the first day. I believe, how long was it that we walked the first day? Actually, Sans, you were with us on a few of these days, so you probably have the same step counts as most of us. Could you send me the step counts for each of the days? Because I know we walked a lot. But yeah. We had... What's next on the list? Second day. Second day I was there. Surprise! It was Canada Day! It was Canada Day! It was Canadian Independence Day. If you're American, July 4th is our Independence Day. They just call it Canada Day up there, but it is the day that they declared themselves their own country. So we got to go and do fun things. So we wake up pretty early in the morning. And actually not pretty early in the morning. We originally were, and then we decided to wait a little bit. But we end up getting on the bus and going back from where we were staying, the town that we were staying in, to Toronto! Which is a very big city in Canada. It's very lovely. It's a very lovely city. I had a lot of fun in Toronto. Toronto was lovely. So we get to Toronto, we meet up, we walk to a park to meet up with a friend. We're legitimately like right up, we met the friend basically at their apartment. And it was really, really fun. I don't think this person has any like online username alias other than their actual self. So we'll call him Ghosty. Because apparently I just have a lot of ghosts in my life. We met up with a ghost and went to do fun things. We took a very long hike to a place called the Brickworks, which is a old historical site. It's basically an old historical site of an old brick factory in Toronto that has been converted into like an eco space. So they have like community gardens and community planters. They had a beautiful, beautiful lily pad pond. It was such a pretty lily pad pond. And hiking trails. So we ended up going hiking a little more. And the reason we went so far out from where we were to go hiking there was that there's this beautiful view at the top of the summit that they have there. So we went to like this little up the thing. Hola, Carolyn. Hi, honey. I'm talking about the Brickworks and going to the Brickworks. So yeah. We go up the thing. We see this beautiful view of Toronto. I have video footage of it, but I don't have it uploaded on my computer yet. I wasn't able to get a lot of it uploaded. I had so much stuff going on this week. And this was supposed to be the week that I had to plan everything for this, but I got heavily sidetracked. Anywho's. So we do the thing. Only killed us to get there. Oh yeah. Yeah, I talked about the walking. I also asked, ooh, that is right. Caesar Trip did send over the numbers for hiking. Between just the 30th and the 30th of June, 1st of July, we walked 25K steps. Want me to send a photo so you can show chat? I would love to send some photos so we can show chat. Yeah. Just make sure that you can't see me or yous or anybody's in it. We walked so much. But no, it was lovely. It was lovely to see the brickworks. I almost fainted because I was overheating, but it's fine. But yeah, it was really fun. I was just happy to be spending time with friends. I also have a rock that I need to hide. I still haven't hidden that rock. I was supposed to hide it at Niagara. I didn't. I went to... We'll get into it. I found a rock at the Brickworks. It was one of those pretty painted rocks that you find the rock and share a photo of it and then re-hide it. And I was like, it would be really funny if I re-hid this in somewhere else in Toronto. Ooh, sent the photo? Let me see the photo. What photo was sent? Oh, there it is! Hold on. Friends are now sending me photos of the things to show. Let me find browse. Here it is. Hold on. Let me see. Transform. Fit to screen. This is the photo that we took. This was the skyline that we got in Toronto at the Brickworks. And it was so... Look at how pretty that is. Just... Look at how pretty this is. It was such a lovely view. It was well worth the hike to get there. But yeah. Let's see, what else? After that, we found one of those, like, rocks. The rocks that you pick up and hide places. I still haven't hidden it back, but I'll hide it soon. I'll hide it eventually. But yeah. After that, we went to a very special place to our hearts, which was very lovely. When I was up there, when me and Honey Bunny got engaged, we found a lovely Turkish restaurant. And we were like, we've never had Turkish food. And also, we're all hungry because we were trying to find a taco place and we couldn't find it. So we stopped at this Turkish place instead. It was Turkish Tuesday. So we go, we sit in, and it was the most phenomenal dining experience I've had in my life. It was lovely. So we went back there this time. We went back there with everybody this time. It was pretty good. It wasn't as good as that night, but it was pretty good. You could tell that the restaurant was a little packed and the staff was a little stressed. You could feel the stress in the air, but it was nice. I still can't find that taco place. I think the taco place shut down. I think the taco place does not exist anymore. I think that's why we weren't able to find it, is because it does not exist anymore. But yeah. We went to that Turkish place and it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. Speak for yourself, I loved the food. The food wasn't as good as the first time. Except they had a tres leche. Tres leche? Is that how you say it? Tres leche? Tres leche. It's a cake that's soaked in milk. And it was so good. And I remembered my lactate this time. So I had lactate as I was eating it. And it was delicious. And caramelly. I sent a bunch of photos. Thank you for the photos. So yes, on the first, we ended up walking... Wow! We ended up walking like 24,000 steps. 24.5 thousand steps. Yeah, we did 24.5 thousand steps the first 2 days. We have photos! Hold on, we have photos. They were each 20K. Yeah, we walked 50K steps within the first 2 days alone. Hold on. I'm gonna save these. Thank you. I completely forgot to do the funnies. Save image. I'm gonna be saving some images so that I can show you guys. I'm gonna rehash a few things as we go through them. I'm only gonna do a few. Thank you, Sands with Drip in the side chat. The total trip we were at least at 100K. Yeah, by the end of the trip we were definitely 100K steps. God, there's such... You guys took such pretty photos. This isn't fair how pretty the photos were. But no, we were lucky because the days that we went out were lovely. I'm wondering if I can show one of these. But I spent 5 fucking minutes with photo settings. Yeah, that is fair. That is fair. Okay, let's grab the photos for photo settings. Okay, I'm gonna quickly reorient myself. Hold on. I'm quickly just gonna reorient myself. There we go. So this is the first. That's the first one with the thing. We have this one of the falls. This one of the falls, which is really pretty. So if you've never seen Niagara Falls, here are some good photos. But this is about where we were when we went to Niagara. Yeah. We were on the side because we were on the Canadian side. The Canadian side's the one that has the horseshoe. So, for example, if I were to go back to this image, I believe this is looking across to the American side of the falls. Because there's 2 openings. This one's the one on the American side. And then this one is from the horseshoe. Which is where this one is. If you can see, there's like that bend. That's the horseshoe on the Canadian side. But look at that color. Look at the color of these. Look at that pretty like sea foam that the water is when it's rushing down the sides. And like the water itself is very like dark teal and so pretty. Oh, here's another one that's really, really pretty. Hold on. Another one that shows off the color really well is this one. Look at just how pretty that is. I didn't know places this pretty could exist, let alone like be able to see them IRL. Oh, it was so pretty. At least the days I went out, we walked over 10K steps. That is fair, that is fair. I'd say we're probably 10K steps. Or 100K. We're probably, we walked a lot. I walked more in that trip than I had walked in the past year. That's the most I will say. Oh, and then, as promised, behind the falls. We went behind the falls, and this is kind of what it looked like. You could kind of not see that well through it. It also was, like, just, we got soaked. But yeah, there's that. There is, from the Brickworks, from when we stopped at the Brickworks, they had this beautiful area with a pond. How pretty that pond is. And then, if you got closer, like, look at that. Look at how pretty it was. And there was, like, these, it was clear enough so that you can see the fish in the pond. It was so nice. I had more photos myself if needed. Thank you. I will be going through them. Also, is it safe to show the view from my friends? Oh my god. Thank you for reminding me. I completely forgot about the nutrition center. Oh lord. That'll be a fun one to talk about. We'll save this one as well. I'm probably not going to try doubling up if there's multiple things that we did. Oh my god. I forgot about Okay, hold on. Let me save a couple of these, and then I can get back into talking about the Canadian Nutrition Center. Oh yeah, it's so good. When did you find the... Where are the beans? Where did we see the beans? Oh, and the bunny photo that you took so long to get. Still looks kind of deep fried, not gonna lie. But yes. Anywho's, continuing on, we went to the Turkish place. After the Turkish place, we ended up going to go... Actually, no, before we go to the Turkish place. We're gonna talk about the Canada Nutrition Center, because this was technically first day, but I forgot about it. I introduce you to the saddest building in Canada. It is the Canada Nutrition Center in Niagara Falls. It is barely considered a building. No idea, we found beans one day. There's beans. But yes, the Canada Nutrition Center. This is the saddest building I saw in Canada. And it still looks better than most of the places where I live. It was right next to the bus terminal for Niagara. Oh, so that was also... We also found beans. Just beans. We just found beans. I don't know why we found beans. We just found beans. Alright, and then continuing on to Canada Day, we ended up deciding to go to fireworks on Canada Day. Now, if you've never been to see fireworks, Canada Day, they do fireworks a little weird, where it is, they don't exactly announce where they're going to be firing them off from. So you kind of have to guesstimate where it is. Or at least we had to guesstimate where it is. I don't know. But we ended up going to see them, and somebody had a boat. There was a big old boat. Look at that big old boat. And I don't know, if I zoom in, can you see them? Can I see them? There were people on the masts of the boat literally watching. There were people up on, like, the masts of the boat watching the fireworks show, which was really good. It was a really good fireworks show. All things considered, it was very good. We were in a little bit of a bad spot. If you see the open space next to the pirate ship, that's about where they were firing them. Or where you could see them firing. It wasn't the... It was cool. It was really cool. It was very, very crowded, and I was not dealing well with the crowds. But no, it was good. Honey Bunny was hugging me and making sure I was safe and happy. I have a video too. Ooh, the video would be nice. I don't know if you can send it over Discord, but we might have video of it. The only thing I worry about is that you might hear us talking in the background. Us or someone else. So I can't confirm if there's anything in there. But yeah. Also, have we had consensus if it's okay if I show the outside of our friend's apartment? Well, I'm showing one photo of it, so I guess it's fine. Mute it, probs. I don't know if I can. We'll see. So this photo. After the fireworks, halfway through the fireworks, two of our friends had to go home. They had to leave because they weren't staying in Toronto for the night with us. There was only enough space for two of us to stay at our friend's apartment, so me and Honey Bunny stayed in the apartment. So we're walking back to the apartments after getting some, like, stuff to make for breakfast in the morning. We start walking to the apartments and we can just hear water. We're like, what the hell? We turn the corner and we see this. It is a geyser. One of the sprinklers was broken, and the water was shooting higher than like 6 feet. It was legitimately just shooting up into the tree. It just went whoosh, whoosh right up into the tree. It was just really, like, really funny. Especially because the place that our friend stays at, the place our friend stays at is very, very nice and very, very good at keeping it, like, obtained and maintenanced and everything like that. So this was fun. Speaking of, I'm gonna show it, why not? This is the view from our friend's apartment. as you can see, we were on the 19th floor, and it was really cool. It was so cool. You could see, they, like, got a really pretty view of the skylines. Got really pretty. I didn't take photos inside the place. But, just note, we slept right next to this area, right in front of a giant, giant window. So it was like we were sleeping. You could see the city. It was so crazy. It was crazy, but it was so cool. Ugh, it was lovely. Send a video on the drive. I think I'm not going to show the video just in case. Just in case, I'd rather be safe than sorry. But no, we stayed in our friend's apartment, and that's what it was. And the reason we stayed over was because we ended up going the next day to the Eaton Center! So it is one of the biggest malls in Canada. We had to pick up a few things. Now, first things first. When I forgot a few things when I was coming up, and I needed to pick them up. So we ended up going to the Eaton Center to pick them up. One of the things was that I needed a new pair of shoes. So as you heard, the first 2 days we walked about 50 kilometers, 50K, on the first 2 days combined. So as you can imagine, my feet were sore. What doesn't help is that the shoes that I had were my old work shoes that I had worn for 6 months. Did I miss anything? You missed a lot, but it's okay. We'll have the VOD up for Yukon. We'll have the VOD up for you. It'll be great. But we get to the yeah, basically we figured out the reason my feet were hurting as bad as they were because of my shoes. So yeah. After we replaced my shoes, the only time my legs hurt when we were walking were my shins because they're fucky. But yeah, so we had to go and get some new shoes. And this is where we got them, was the Eaton Center. It's big and pretty and cool. It had so many levels. We did a lot. That day. We got overpriced crepes this day, and they were so overpriced. They were so overpriced for what they were. They were super fucking overpriced for what they were. If there's a crepe place at the Eaton Center, just know you are going to have to. They are not the best. It is so overpriced. There's also a candy shop there that was really good. I actually got a replacement for my engagement ring there. We got it from a lovely little shop that was like a pop-up. And now I have a new engagement ring. Did you pass TennoCon before it started? Yesn't. Here's the thing. Originally, when we were planning the trip, we were thinking about going, Carolyn and the rest of them were thinking about going to TennoCon. And it just didn't line up because, the Ghost had a concert that weekend. The Ghost was going out to a big music festival, so I had to be home by a certain date. Which we'll get into the actual date I got home, by the way, because it was a lot. It was a lot. But yeah, I had to get that. I had to get a hairbrush. I did not have a hairbrush for the first couple days of the trip, and I was having to brush my hair with my hands, and I hated it. So I got a new hairbrush. I got a new hairbrush. I still use it. It works really well. It's got a button so that way I can get my hair shedding out of it, which makes it a lot easier to clean, which is really nice. Laika, Pachi, hello! Hello, welcome to stream! But yeah, we had so much fun. We had so much fun doing, going around the Eaton Center. It was just really packed the day we went to, so we were very, very much like, there's too many people. I didn't cry because there was too many people. I didn't cry because there was too many people. Let's see, do we have any other photos from the day? No. I think that's the end of the photos that I currently have. So I'm gonna quickly turn those off and move myself over. We were originally planning to go to TennoCon, but did not. Just want to say hi before I start work. I hope you have fun. Thank you, Pachi. Thank you. Welcome. We are having fun. I'm so happy to be back and be back into streaming. Let's see, what else do we got? But no, we went there. And then we were like, there's not much else we can do, so we're going home. We went home. It was lovely. I then spent the next day bedridden because my feet and shins hurt so much. Even with the new shoes, I was like, I need a break. The third, I was like, I'm taking a break. I am taking a break. I am so tired. I'm going eepies. And so I went eepies. I laid in bed all day. We figured out that if we moved a thing, we could shift the air mattress over enough for Honey to get a chair and play some video games. So they were gaming while I sat in back and was watching some debuts that happened. We watched some movies and did some cuddling. We watched the debuts for a certain company that had their debuts in early July that we finally got to go watch. It was very interesting, very interesting. But yeah. Me trying to remember what happened. Let's see, the 4th. We did something on the 4th. I know that. Because the 4th is our good friend's birthday. It was our friend's birthday, so we did something on the 4th. What was it that we did on the 4th? Am I mixing this up with another date? Or... We went somewhere on the 4th. I know for a fact we went somewhere on the 4th. Where did we go on the 4th? Because the 4th wasn't... we went to the boat! Poco Pinted! Pepa boat! Pepa boat! We went to a tea house, yeah. I'm not gonna share the name of the tea house. Because you'll be able to figure out where we were. So, I can't talk about it much. But we went to a lovely tea house for our friend's birthday. And it was so nice. Oh my god, I had crumpets for the first time. I had actual crumpets for the first time. Stalker thing? Yeah, stalker. Listen, just because there's a stalker in Warframe doesn't mean you guys can stalk me IRL. But yes, we went to a tea room and I had the best tea and I'm so sad that I forgot to buy some before I left. Wink wink nudge nudge to Carolyn if they're looking for a gift to send me anytime. The tea from that place would be lovely. It was such good tea. Such good tea. And we had breakfast and it was so good. I never had crumpets before. I now love crumpets. I love crumpets. I love sweet crumpets. Not savory crumpets, but sweet crumpets. Sweet crumpets. Sweet crumpets are nice. I had lots of fun with sweet crumpets. They had jam on them and they were delicious. Oh. We also had a lovely yogurt parfait there. And some of the best tea I've had. Legitimately, this was such a good blend. It was such a good blend. And then what did we do? What did we do after? We did something after the tea place. Because we went and laid down. I went back and laid down because I was still hurting and still, like, fatigued. But afterwards we went out and did something. What did we go out and do? I'm having a hard time remembering what we did that day. Went to... That's right! It wasn't a thing that we did with our friend, but we did go to visit... we went to visit the Fox Lady's parents. We went to see, Mom Fox and Dad Fox. Well, Stepfather Bass. Mom Fox and Stepfather Bass. That's what we're calling them now. God bless it. Stepfather Bass. I don't know why I made him a bass. I just know he likes fishing. So he's a bass now. Small crumpet or big crumpet? They were not the size of my fist. No, smaller than my fist. About the size of my niece's fists. They were they were an average size. They were a little small. I would love if it was a little bit bigger because I like it when things are big, especially my food. But it was so tasty. It was so tasty. Oh, I want crumpets now. I want sweet crumpets with sugar on the top and strawberry jam. But yes, we went to Mother Fox and Father Bass's house to visit them, which was lovely. It was so lovely. I got to see them for the first time in a while. It was very fun, very lovely. I got to see a small cat. I got to see Kato. Two Katos, actually. Sibling Kato and, Kato. Thought it was a small pancake the first time I try it, lol. It's not a small pancake. It is a little... It's like a... Was it a crumpet or a scone? I sounded so posh when I said that. Is it a crumpet or a scone? How posh am I being today? Well, in it I got to be very posh now, don't I? It's Tuesday, innit? Actually, it's Tuesday. Sorry, I also joke around because Carolyn's family is very British. Mama Fox, Nan Fox, and Pop Fox are very, very British. Is French? Am I? I don't know, my crumpets. It was a scone! It was a scone! It wasn't a crumpet, it was a scone! I don't know my pastries. I don't know my pastries. But it was a scone, it was a tea scone, and it was sweet. No wonder I'm stupid. I thought it was a crumpet. But it was a scone. It was a scone. I'm so silly. I'm so stupid and silly. But yes, it was a scone. But no, we got to visit them. It was lovely. Day afterwards. That was the 5th. What did we do? The 5th. For reference, I remember the big days where we went out and did things. Not the best meal we had, though. Not the best meal I had. Not the best meal I had. We'll talk about the best meal later because it was so good. I do have a best meal of the trip, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Also, I've already talked to family members about possibly recreating the thing. I have to look into it. I have to find a good source of veal out here before I can even attempt that. The 5th, what did we do? Was the 5th the pool party? Was the 5th the pool party, or was this a different day? Am I mixing? I'm mixing my days up really bad. I am so sorry. I don't think the 5th was the 5th the pool party? Don't need veal, any meal works. I like the veal for it, though. I like the veal for it. We'll get into it. Was the 5th the pool party, or was that... No, the pool party was like half... Yeah, the pool party was like halfway, so it was somewhere between the 5th or the 6th or the 7th. I can't remember. I can't remember. My brain hurts. Brain go brrr. Brain go brrr. Check a calendar. I'm looking at my calendar. That's how I've been recalling them, and I don't remember. Hold on. Let me look in our friend server, because that probably... General IRL. We'll probably have... It was the 2nd Monday. The 2nd Monday? So yeah, it would have been the 7th. So what did we do the Ferret memory? Ferret has very bad memory. Okay, let me scroll. Why do you guys spam gifts so much? Okay, so that was the 5th. Yes, what is the 5th? Okay, because, yeah, that was when Sans was having throat issues. This was you guys organizing the pool day. Okay. No, this is the day that we went out and got a swimsuit. No, the... Yes, because it was... The 6th, we had to go out and get a swimsuit for Honey Bunny. So that's what we did. We went and got a swimsuit for them, which was very fun to go look for swimsuits. Then we went to a pool party. We went to a pool party with friends, which was very, very lovely. I got to see all our friends again. We got to go swimming. We got pizza. It was very good. We got alcohol, which was really nice. I got to try a lovely, like, mango tequila. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. Mango tequila is where it's at. Hey, look. I got fucked up and almost dropped the pizza. That's right. Carolyn almost got fucked up and dropped the pizza. They almost fucked up and dropped the pizza in the middle of a road. It was very silly. It was so silly. And it wasn't tequila. It wasn't tequila? What was the mango stuff then? What was the mango stuff? What was I drinking? I also had shoju. So that was also... I don't remember. Because I had shoju. So good, though. Yeah, because the 6th is when we went out. Or... I was hungry and okay, I can check. Yeah, because... Yeah, that's when we were talking about some of the other things. Okay, here we go. Yes, because we were talking about pizza. We were excited for pizza, which devolved into shit posting. The cooler, snacks. Yeah, it was the 7th. Oh, that's right! So, I believe it was... I can't remember which of the days. Yep. 8th and 9th, we just kind of hung out. We hung out. I think we went to a place, we went to a chain restaurant that is up in Canada called Kinto Ramen. And it was really good. I love Kinto Ramen. It is so good. We went there multiple days because I liked it so much. Their gyoza was pretty good. At least from the place that we went, the gyoza was really good. Gyoza was good. I like the thin noodles with the beef broth. The beef broth is my favorite. I like beef. I like the beef broth. It's mango liqueur with tequila. Did I not say it was tequila? Tequila! Da 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 da. I know it was tequila. I know what I talk about. A smart ferret. A smart ferret. But yeah, it was that. On the 10th, we ended up going to a painting place. We went to a place where you could buy a paint ceramics and that they would finish off in like a kiln for you. Which was really, really fun. I was done with my first piece within the first 30 minutes of being there. And it was me and tequila, not tequila. It has tequila and it's could beat you. So we ended up going to a place where we could paint stuff and could put in a kiln. I was done with my piece in the first 30 minutes, and Carolyn was done with theirs after 3.5 hours. I spent a lot of time just sitting with them and talking to them and watching them paint, and it was very fun and silly and cute. And then we got, I think that was one of the days we got Harvey's! If you're not from Canada, there is a place called Harvey's, which is like Subway, but for burgers. And it's so good. I love them so much. You guys know, I am a burger lover. I love my burgers. I love burger time. And they had burgers that were they're so good. No, we got fat. That's right! No, that wasn't the Harvey's Day. That was the fat ass burritos. Was that fat ass or fat fuck? Hold on. What is the censored word here? Fat bastard burritos. It was fat bastard burritos. It was so good. But I was going to it was almost raining by then, and we had taken longer, and it wasn't the place that we planned to go this day, and I had an autism. It was bad. I had a tism bad spell. I had a tism. I'm not gonna say tism attack, but I had a anxiety attack slash like episode while we were out. Cause we were both hungry. Because we were both very hungry, and they were trying to eat as they walked, and they almost dropped the burrito that I paid for, and I got livid. I was hungry and having a bad autism day, and it was, I started yelling at them, and we got into an argument, but it's fine. I required my food, you can't blame me. Yes. I have learned now, make sure the Carolyn eats, otherwise the Carolyn will try and eat while walking, and then they will almost drop the food. It'll always almost drop the food too, so it'll be really annoying and annoy me so much that I'm just gonna. I love you, honey. But yeah, I almost strangled them. It was funny. What else? What else did we do? We went bowling. We went bowling, which was really, really fun. I'm a little gremlin that needs food. You're a medium-height gremlin that needs food. I'm a small gremlin that needs food. But yeah, we ended up. We came. We went. We saw. We left. We learned. We went bowling. Bowling was so fun. I hadn't been bowling in years, and I was decent, but still needed to have the guards up. But we had so much fun. The first game, I was second lowest score. The next game, I was second highest score, I believe. It was fun. Small is being too generous. Carolyn, I will stomp on you. Would you like to join stream? Would you like to join stream to talk about the thing? That would be really fun, actually. We beat Sans for abusing bumpers. No, we didn't. We had to put the bumpers up for Sans because they were getting sad that they kept missing. So we put the bumpers up, and they were like, "No, I don't want the bumpers." And I'm like, take the bumpers. Now I gotta head out soon. That's fair. I beat him. Yeah, fair. We did arcade that day too, which was really fun. I did a really good job. We were walking back to the place. We were walking back to the bus stop. And Sans had made some funny jokes during the day. So I decided I was gonna get him back. I was gonna get him back for the jokes. So I just like stopped as we were walking. He turns around and just goes, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" Gets close, and I go, "Blah!" But it was louder, and he almost fell. It was great. It was so much nice fun with friends. I love my friends. I miss them so much. Oh, and then we went to a board game bar. Which was really fun. Each of the times we went out to places with alcohol, though, I forgot to bring my ID. I still fucking hate you for that. Seething cope. I got yoinked into a, I kept forgetting my ID, so I wasn't able to drink. So, okay, my friends would drink, and it was very fun. But, we went to a board game bar, and we were playing some games. I would like to try and play some of them on stream. One of them that we played was, Haunting in the House of the Hill, which was really, really fun. So I want to drag them to play more of it. Tabletop sim is so fun. I'm gonna get the thing so we can play the game. It'll be really, really fun. And then, The reason I bring this up is because Carolyn, lovely little Carolyn, and our friend ordered shots. They ordered shots. It is a roll 20 shot. So you basically, they have a couple of pre-listed, pre-made drinks that are on like a board with a D20. And when you're at the table, you roll the D20, and whatever it lands on is the shot you get. And so they rolled, they got their shots. Henny did their shot. And they just started going downhill. Never again. Never again. She was so sick. She felt so sick. Her tummy was aching. She had to go to the restroom. Her leg, she was so, I was so worried for her. I was so worried about wifey. But yeah, never again. Never again are we gonna mix 4 types of liquors in a shot. We will not do 4 types of liquor in a shot and then give it to the honey bun. Not anymore. But yeah. Next Rooney. Next. By the time that we finished up at the round table, it was starting to get closer to like the day that we had to leave. I said bye to all my friends. Go to bed early. The night before I have to leave. I wake up to a text. Hey. It's from Grandma Cream. Hey. I'm picking you up Wednesday, right? And I stop. And I look. And I text her back. No. I was coming back Monday. Well, I'm sorry. I can't pick you up until Wednesday. I had to... I was on my trip 2 days longer than I was meant to be because of ride issues. Because Crazy Grandma Cream was being Crazy Grandma Cream and mixed up the dates. So I was stuck in Canada for another 2 days. With not a lot of money. But it was fine. It was fine. We got to do another thing that we had to cross off of our list originally. Originally, we were going to go to the sketchiest place we could find in their town. It was a really sketchy Chinese food restaurant. One of the friends who works over there passes it every day. But they've never gone in. And we finally decided to try it that day. It was one of the best meals of the trip. Not the best meal of the trip, but one of the best meals of the trip. We were stunned! The portion sizes were huge! Portion sizes were huge. The staff was super friendly. The place that we were in, like the actual look of the place was horrifying. It looked like a liminal space, but it was like we found a new place to eat. And so now it is a new place to eat, and the prices were really good. The prices were really good. It was crazy. It was crazy. And I'm like, what? How have we never... what? Oh. And so we ate. It was good. It was so good. I got General Tso's chicken, and it was so good. With rice, and it was so good. Oh, so good. I want Chinese food now. Dang it. But yeah, it was really, really great. It was really, really great. And then, yeah. And then we just kind of hung out the next 2 days. Just hung out. We enjoyed each other's presence for a little longer. Because we were blessed with extra days. We went to a Menchie's, which aren't in America anymore, which was really nice too. Menchie's was so good. I had a pineapple sorbet, and it was so good. I got snacks from Bulk Barn that are now gone as well because I was eating my feelings last week, but we'll talk about that more in a bit. So yes, I was stuck a little longer. So we get to the fun. We get to the day where I'm supposed to be leaving. I was originally supposed to leave the 14th. I ended up leaving the 16th. So the 16th comes. We wake up a little later than I thought we were. And we go to the bus station, and we're waiting for our bus to come, and it comes, and we get on. Only to realize, a little bit in, like when we're out of the town, wait a minute. This is going the opposite direction that wait. We went an hour out of the way when coming back. We got mixed up on the buses, and it took us an hour out of the way for our journey. But it was fine. We just got to sit and cuddle a bit. Honey Bunny gets some car sickness, so they were trying to fight through that. We go an hour out of the way. We go an hour back the other way. We change. We get to the place. You stupid. Yeah. Only a little stupid. Only a little stupid. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, babies. It's okay. Oh! Actually, before I get into that story, there was also another day. The same day that we went to the funny Chinese food place. I got accosted by a stranger. We'll get into when you got home in a bit. I'm gonna go into a little bit of the accosting by stranger. You guys might have seen, if you follow the Twitter, you will have seen that on the trip, I did make a post on the trip. And it's basically the story, but let me quickly go grab it. It was just, I was like, if I have to go through this, I'm getting clout out of it. I don't care. I don't care if I'm going through this, I'm getting clout. And so we go to, where is it? The tweet reads, so I just got screamed at by a random stranger while walking to the bus with my wife. I got screamed at while walking to the bus by... You could see that I'm like, I'm trying to get this out because I'm shaking about it. I just got screamed at by a random stranger while walking to the bus with my wife. It was some conservative asshole saying liberals like us are what's ruining the country. Liberals like us are ruining the country. I'm paraphrasing because slurs were involved. Also, I feel the need to note, I don't care what if you live a conservative lifestyle, as long as you're not trying to force it on others who can't be part of it or don't want to be. I got accosted. Me and two of my friends got accosted by a person who I believe was conservative or Republican, one of the two, in Canada. I got screamed at. We got called slurs. We are safe. We are fine. They were right outside a police station when they did it, so that we knew we were safe. It was just like we just left the situation as best as we could. But yeah, that's another thing that happened on the trip. Anywho's, back to what I was saying about the trip home. We took an hour out of the way, then we get on the next bus. So we're getting there an hour late. I'm communicating this to Crazy Grandma Cream. She's like, all right. We get to Niagara. We say our goodbyes. We walk from the bus station to the border. We say our goodbyes. I give Lifey last hugging kiss of the trip. I cross back over. I get to the America side. They're, the usual, hey, where are you coming back from? Bringing anything back? It wasn't, so like, eh. And then I go out and I start to wait in the parking lot. So I'm sitting in the parking lot. I get a call. I look down at my phone. I get a call. It is from Crazy Grandma Cream. I answer the call. It's 20 to 30 minutes after she said she was going to be picking me up, so I'm worried. I answer the phone. Hey! So I got on the Rainbow Bridge. Huh? My grandma, Crazy Grandma Cream, in her infinite wisdom, got lost trying to find the Rainbow Bridge and ended up somehow finding herself on the Rainbow Bridge. Tried to cross over into Canada with a paper license because she had to renew her license earlier in the week and was waiting for the new one to come in. So she has her paper One, she's like, listen, I'm not trying to get into the country. I'm just trying to pick up my niece. I'm just trying to pick up my granddaughter. I am just trying to pick up my granddaughter. So we end up discussing a little bit. She gets pulled aside by immigration, tells them this. On the call, we end up confirming, like, I'm gonna be waiting over at the Hard Rock Cafe on the Niagara border. I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna wait. 2 hours pass. 2 hours pass before she's able to figure out how to get around and to the Hard Rock Cafe. 2 hours. I don't know what she did in those 2 hours. However, I got there at 6. We left Niagara by 8. And as well, on the way back, 80 miles an hour on 55 speed limit lanes in the dark. I'm just sitting here like, I am so tired. It was hilarious. But oh, no. I had it. The other funny part of the story. Out of me and my wife, I had the easier of the two. Wifey, because we were late getting there, missed the bus. They were like, okay. I'm waiting for I need to figure out a way home. She had a layover bus kind of thing. Alright, I gotta head out, Lady Creamer. Bye-bye, Fox Lady. Have a good stream, you too. Oh, where are you? Wait, no, you have to stay for this part. Because it's about you. It's your part. It's about your escapade home. And why Sans with Drip is the goat. Our friend Sans is the goat. And I am acknowledging this on the stream. They are the goat. Because due to the trip, Carolyn did not have a lot of money. Not nearly enough to pay for the Uber to get home. Let me go grab the messages. Yeah, because Belle's officially gone. Everyone was sad. Need to find food to get home. There's legit no good food nearby. Just gonna consume when I get home. Won't be home until 1:30 a.m. because they had to take an Uber. Our lovely friend of the channel, Sans of Trip, who will be getting VIP after the stream, paid for the Uber for my wife to get home. My wife didn't get home, and I got home around 12. My wife didn't get home until 1:30. It is hilarious. I don't know how it happened. I don't know why it happened. I was like, what? Nani deal? I also just realized why that might be like that. Hold on. But yes, it was so silly. So silly. But yeah, we got back from our trip. I got back from trip. Honey got home. And then I didn't stream for a week. So I'm gonna acknowledge why I didn't stream for the past week. And it's because, not only was I kind of booked out, but I also was just fucking exhausted. First of all, I didn't get home till the 16th. 17th, 18th, I was cleaning because I didn't clean before I left like I was planning on doing because I was rushing with the, with Donathon and then SummerSlam. So I was rushing. I was cleaning after that. Saturday, I ended up seeing a friend that I hadn't seen in a while. They came over. We watched movies. We had popcorn. It was lovely. Also because I didn't want to be alone in my and the ghost was at a music concert. So I had the house to myself and was like, hey, friend, can we hang out? And I was like, sure. Let's see. The 21st comes up, and my parents, I believe, invite us over. Is the 20th or the 21st? My parents invite us over for dinner because we have my nieces over. My nieces were over their house, and I ended up staying with them to hang out with the nieces and such, and working on that. We did some grocery shopping. Cleaned out. I cleaned the entire house. It's still a mess. It's now back to being a mess. I need to clean it up again. We also, the big thing is that my parents were also cleaning during this time. And we're like, hey, we need you to move the rest of your stuff that's been here for the past 2 years to your new place. Like, we can't be keeping it here anymore. So I had to spend a couple days helping move everything. So yeah. That's I was moving. I was doing a lot of moving and schmoving. I got most of my plushies back, so I got to do the plushie collection. The plushie collection stream will be soon. I have one box that's left over there because it got left. We're just trying to coordinate when that's getting back over here. But after that box, which has plushies in it, gets back over here, we will have the full plushie collection. The full plushie collection video can start being filmed. That is the big hiccup that came with a plushie collection film. Like the little video that I'm doing of all my plushies and like their names, why I got them, when I got them, that kind of thing. That is all going to be happening soon. It is just getting the plushies from my parents over to the place where I'm living currently. Oh, I also went hiking. I went hiking with a friend, which was very nice. Me and the friend went hiking. It was lovely. I love hiking. Hiking is so nice. I got caught in the rain though, so I was also a little sick. But yeah, so that was my break. I had a nice break. I'm ready to get back into streaming. I'm ready to get back into doing things. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. We're gonna continue Warframe stuff. I'm gonna be working hard to finish the Warframe stuff. I gotta finish New War so I can get my Twitch Prime drops. I need to get my Twitch Prime drops. DE, if I log in and I finish the thing and I don't have my DE drops, I'm going to be emailing you guys about it. I know you guys said that your policy isn't that you give them. However, I have proof that I watched the streams. I have proof I watched the streams. I have proof that the things were supposed to be redeemed. It was just because I was playing New War. So yeah, we're gonna hopefully get that. I hopefully will have Valk. Hopefully I'll have Valk when I get on. I'm really excited for that. Let's see, what else to got? Maybe have your own avatar. Yes, too. I don't know what you mean by that, Blee. I'm just sitting here like, wow. But no, it's been a very tiring couple of weeks. I'm gonna play games. I'm gonna come back to streaming. I might have to reschedule the stream for tomorrow, since tomorrow is the ghost's birthday. And we might be going out to eat. So, the ghost's birthday is coming up. We might be going out to eat. I know we did dinner with my family Sunday, but they might want to go out and actually go out on their birthday. So I will keep you guys updated based on that. And then we have Dead by Daylight. I'm not gonna lie, I watched a Spiff video about a Dead by Daylight tournament they were in, and it made me crave wanting to go back. I want to go back. I want to go back. I escaped it when I was in high school, but now I'm going back. I love Dead by Daylight. I loved it, Dead by Daylight. I'm gonna try playing it again. Who knows? Maybe I'll be able to collab with some people. Ayo, 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 ayo. You're watching this? Ayo. Collab. Collab. Collabs for Dead by Daylight. Ayo. I would love to do a Survivor party with people. I don't like solo queuing as much. I like doing party queues. We'll see. But yeah, it was really fun. I'm so excited to be back. I'm still really tired though. See the new Avatar movie trailer. I did not see the new Avatar movie trailer.
I did not. I didn't realize there was a new Avatar movie. Wait, is it James Cameron Avatar or is it Avatar: The Last Airbender? Which one? Which Avatar are we talking here? One of them I care about, one of them I don't. Yes. What do you mean, yes? James. Oh, yeah, whatever. I didn't watch the last one. I'm probably not gonna watch the next one. We'll see, though. We'll see. What else we got here? What else? Oh, FNAF movie trailer. 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 I'm so excited. Dude, it looks so good. It looks so good. We're gonna get more Springtrap, more Matthew Illard to Springtrap, please. Please and thank you. We got... Vanessa's okay. The animatronics are back. Toy Bonnie has a knife. I'm so excited. My favorite animatronic has a knife. I'm so happy. I can't wait to see how they're gonna do it. The Wizards are gonna be in it. I don't know how they're going to do the Wizards in it. I have a theory on how they're gonna do the Wizards, but I don't know if they're actually going to do the Wizards. My theory. Actually, you know what? I'm talking about my FNAF theory. My FNAF theory for the movies is that the old suits are destroyed. The suits from that one, from the restaurant that we were in, are destroyed. That restaurant's still destroyed. The souls needed a new host, so they moved to the withered animatronics. And the toys are still being controlled by Springtrap in some way. Probably using their, probably by just adjusting some of their code, honestly, because, you know, facial recognition software in them. They have facial recognition software. And just switching it from, like, only criminals to being, like, these specific characters, or maybe it sees every human as a criminal and goes on a rampage. There's a lot of ways they could do it. I personally would like that one. I'm just happy we're getting more FNAF movie. It's in December. I'm probably gonna drag a friend to go see it. I might, if I'm not in Canada, I will be dragging my friend that I saw the last FNAF movie, and I'll put the ticket stub with the other ticket stub because I still have the ticket stub. I still have the ticket stubs from the first FNAF movie just hanging on my whiteboard because they bring me joy. But yeah, I'm excited for that. But yeah, I did move-ins. I moved stuff. That's where I got my new monitor. I can now see. I can blink all over the place. It's crazy. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm already getting tired. Ooh, let it be an EP ferret. This was gonna be a shorter stream, anyways. This stream was already going to be a shorter stream, just to kind of catch up, spill the tea, talk about trip, have fun. Oh, I got to go to Miniso. That's the other thing. I got to go to Miniso. I got a fan. I got a bag strap. I got... What else? What's the other thing? I got headphones. Oh, not headphones, but earbuds. I got earbuds, and I love them. They have a little cute carrying case. Hold on. Let me see if you guys can... They have a carrying case. It's really cute. They're pretty decent quality, but they're nice. I use them when cleaning now. I got them. That was really lovely. Look, let me go actually grab... Can I grab the cup photos? Nah, I'm not gonna grab the cup photos. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. But yeah. EP already. We're gonna probably raid into Carolyn. I know Carolyn was going to be streaming. Carolyn! I know this was a shorter stream, which isn't that good for algo stuff. But however, it's I wanted to stream today. I wanted to stream. But yeah. Not like they're it doesn't look like they're on here for that. I'll go there. Anyways, but yeah, that's about just all I'm gonna yap about. I finished what I needed to yap about. But yeah. Anyone have questions? Anyone? Oh, I didn't talk about the best meal. I didn't talk about my favorite meal on the trip. I just realized I did not talk about my favorite meal on the trip. So on the trip, Honey Bunny made a very big point that they wanted to make brisket for me.
They wanted to use a recipe that they have to make brisket. And so we went and we got brisket. However, we didn't buy an actual brisket cut. We decided to substitute it. Instead of making a normal brisket, we made a veal shoulder brisket, which is deer. So we had deer brisket. It was the most, like, the fat melted in your mouth. It was so good. Oh my god. The fat melted in your mouth. It was rendered beautifully. It was fully cooked through. And, like, you could put it on everything. It was so good. It was so good. I was like, nom, 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 nom. I eat all of it. I ate so much of it. I used to, but I would put it on rice. I would put it on, because we had a lot left over. I was putting it on rice. I was putting it in noodles. I was putting it in, like, anything that I could. And it was delicious. Oh my god, I love it. But yes, that was very fun. Oh, that's the other thing. The other thing we could talk about too. The week that I was home, the dogs were somehow getting out of the house. The dogs somehow got out of the house. Like, out of the backyard, even. So they were just running around the neighborhood. And I was trying to figure out, like, if we finally figured out how they were getting out, and I blocked it off yesterday. There was a hole in the fence that we couldn't see because it was behind some trees on one side. Well, we found it and were able to block it off, and I'm so happy. I bested them. I bested the ghost dogs. It's a special fence that they can't get through. But we're going to be trying to fix up the fence. We're going to try and cover the holes in the bottom. Yeah. I actually got to talk to the thing, because after thinking about it, it would probably be more beneficial to put the chicken wire on our side rather than on the outside. They're not dog anymore. They're dog. Dog. What the dog? The dog. I've been coming around to liking dogs a lot more recently. I really like dogs. I actually got to meet a lovely dog recently. A very fun dog. They're being very silly. A very silly dog who I've gotten to meet recently. I'm very excited to fully, hang out with them. Hopefully in the future. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but I'd love to hang out with them in the future. They seem very silly. They seem very snackish too. They love their snacks. Like me, they love snacks. So we'll have to share some good snacks. Anyways, that's all I can really think about talking about for now. Ugh. I crack my bones. Rattle the bones, boys. Ugh, don't shrimp. Hydrate. I'm hydrating with Coca-Cola. I do drinky drinks. Ugh, I got unpacking to do. I gotta unpack more. I gotta unpack. I gotta reorganize the closet that everything's going into. I gotta hang out with the puppies because I think the ghost just left and now the puppies are in my care. I don't know. I also adjusted the tracking on the model. What do you guys think of the tracking on this now? What do y'all think of the tracking? Is the tracking good? I can do my mouth smears easier. I'm using Google's AR kit kind of thing that they have built into VTube Studio instead of the VTube Studio tracking. And I think it makes it look so much better. It's a lot more bouncy, a lot more like, yeah. Can't really see me chewing like you could when I use my V-Bridger, but it's still really good. That's my next thing. If I have to purchase any hardware upgrades, other than like some external storage, because my storage is really limited right now, it'll be a thing that I can just, like a phone that I can just keep on my desk, so that I have AR kit and just have like an AR kit set phone on my desk. That doesn't move off the desk. It's just for AR kit and for nice face tracking. But that's later down the line. That is later down the line. Face and hand tracking? Oh, I did get another thing. So eventually I'm gonna be able to just have hand cam. For like, especially for like challenge streams, I would like to have my hand cam on. I could have specifically foot cam. We could do a foot cam specific stream. Yeah. Foot cam. Can I do FNAF foot cam and have it set up easier so I can do it multiple streams in a row and be learning? Who knows? We will see.
We will see. Dude, I wanted love the feet. Yes, I love my feet.
I like the feet. I like the feet. I like the feet. Like a cream, I like the feet. I gotta go. The babies are crying. The puppies are crying. But yeah, I had a lot of fun today. Thank you. Anywho's YouTube, we're gonna be signing out. Bye YouTube. Thank you for joining us. I know it was a short stream, but yeah. We'll be doing another one soon. I'll post about it. I'll probably do some more